guys, welcome to today's staff meeting where we do a bit of fun training that some of you desperately need, but I'm not going to fucking single anybody out, because that would be impolite. It is 10:40 hours on Tuesday, February 2nd. Welcome to today's Captain's Vlog. Today I am giving the staff meeting with a cane, because today you are all going to learn how to fucking tap dance, because some of you need this skill more than others. All of you need this skill. It is an ironclad rule and has been since the beginning of time, or at least this company, that under absolutely no circumstances are you ever, and this is, by the way, in case you're ever wondering, because we make a joke out of getting fired around here, you get fired 10 times, you get ice cream. If you ever want to get instantly, ferociously, thoroughly fucking fired with every bit of force and prejudice I can muster, there are exactly two ways to do that. One, steal from me. I dare you. Two, lie to protect me. If you are ever caught lying to protect this company or me, you're done. Instantly. We exist under a microscope. We are better than that. I am fanatical about transparency and accountability. We never lie, especially to the press. You don't have to lie to the press. They tend to fuck it up enough on their own, and they'll take care of that for us. That being said, Batman, what's the atomic weight of polonium?
I don't know.
There you go. That is the correct answer. There are exactly two correct answers to that. I'm going to try this because every now and then weird shit happens. Matt, what's the atomic weight of polonium?
No idea.
Okay.
Ask Google.
I was half expecting Matt to say about 209, which is the correct answer. I think it is. Wow, watch me get my ass.
I know it's heavy.
It's 209. I think it's 209. But that's the idea. It is totally okay to say, I don't know. It is totally okay to say, I can't talk about that. Because you're all getting more and more into levels as this company grows where you can't talk about that. Doesn't mean it's a secret, but it's a polite way of saying, I don't know enough to speak about this intelligently to someone holding a microphone that's writing down everything I'm going to say. You're going to have to get really good at that. Batman, what's Jeff worth?
I don't know.
Well, this is where it gets cool. And this is an important thing for you all to know. Jeff was made by KUKA as a factory prototype. They made two of them. I thought they only made one until I found out that Jeff has a twin brother, who in my head is named Jules. I don't know why, I just did. But he has a twin brother that lives in like Denver, I think. And according to the paperwork that I was shown when we got Jeff, because I had a bunch of the original notes and stuff, Jeff cost KUKA about $1.3 million. Which is expensive, but when you realize that this is a handmade factory prototype, okay, that makes sense. When we got Jeff, a similar model cost about $300,000 and change to buy, like the production model, which is not a handmade, buffed by little German gnomes. Yeah. When they donated it to us, they wrote it off at 50 or so? Something right around 50. I want to say it was like 48,000. And if you and I take that over to Padnos,
scrap cast aluminum about 250 pounds.
Okay, so Jeff's a couple tons, it's worth a few grand, easy. So what's Jeff worth? It depends entirely upon your perspective. A few thousand years ago, a really cool guy named Socrates, I've read a lot of his stuff, said there is no original thought. And that perspective is everything, and it is. How you view a thing matters a great deal. And in this business, image is everything. It's why all of you have seen me in a given day, completely normal, average day, have to change the clothes I'm wearing 4 times. Because I gotta rock out with Batman and I'm wearing overalls, and then I gotta go downtown and I'm wearing a jacket and tie, and this shit, boom, then I'm on set. It's nuts, because image matters. And people judge us harshly by how we act, what we say. Acta non verba. You guys need to learn, because otherwise I'm going to have to start tasering you, how to talk to people. You are all part of the tour. Oh, by the way, that's about to get even worse. Because if you thought it sucked doing tours, where we march everybody around and you do your 5-minute spiel, wait until phase 3 where all of you are giving tours of 10 people. Because it's growing so fast we're struggling to keep up. But you guys need to learn some fundamental skills on how to tap dance. You can't lie, ever. But what Jeff is worth depends a lot on who you're talking to. Not just who you're asking, because if you're who you're asking, well, you're going to get 4 or 5 different numbers. But who you're talking to matters a lot. And we can say, that's a $1.3 million robot, because it is to one person, to a company 10 years ago. To the scrap guy, it's a couple $1,000s. And if I'm talking to the scrap guy, I'm going to try and get that number as high as I can. Showmanship matters a lot for us, because you guys have heard me say it. Half of my job is being Carl Sagan, explaining science to the masses. The other half of my job is being P.T. Barnum, trying to get people's attention so that we can explain science to the masses. We're never allowed to lie. We are allowed and required, because without it we will die, to spin. I fucking hate spin. But if we're going to exist on camera and with the media, you're going to have to learn, on occasion, how to put a shine on a turd. It's true. This includes such fun things as, if you're talking, there are certain things that warrant an explanation, there are certain things that warrant a statement. You're going to have to learn the difference. Everybody likes to be in the know, and all of you are. We get to know secret stuff. We get to work on fun things that aren't ready for prime time and take years to make. And the entire internet's asking questions all the time, especially on YouTube, where commenters are known to be rather rabid. Also Reddit, it's pretty fun like that. But you're going to have to learn when to give the 5-second answer, because the 5-second answer will save your ass. If people are asking, where's the mill? Because I'm getting that question 10 times a day in the blog right now. Where's the mill? We're upgrading. That's all they need to know. They don't need to know the giant shitstorm of bullshit that we've had to endure, because we're not going to get any brownie points. That we go through hell on a daily basis that the internet does not see. We keep that shit out of the blog, we keep it out of the public eye, because there's nothing to be gained by it. We're not going to be successful through a sob story. We get successful by doing. Every now and then, we eat a shovel full of shit. Every now and then, we make a $50,000 mistake. Any of you who ever want to be in a managerial and administrative position in this company, to exist at the executive board, before you ever think of that, I want you to take a moment and think about how you're going to feel the first time you make a $50,000 fuck-up. I've done it. She's done it. Yeah. You will do this. You will have the day that you have to come in the door and eat shit because you made a $50,000 fuck-up. My current record, by the way, is $410,000.
I'm happy saying it, 2,000.
Yeah, you're doing good all on your own over there, yeah.
This also extends to small things.
This does extend to knucklehead small things. A lot of times people will ask you a question and they don't really want the answer. Give them the 5-second answer. If they press for more, you're going to have to learn how to develop the ability to filter out when they get more and when they don't. Get real comfortable telling people no. You do it to me all the fucking time. You can do it to some other people. You're going to have to learn how to respond to something that is a hiccup. You're going to be talking. You're going to be having your mouth trying like hell to keep up with your brain in front of important people, and you're going to step on your dick. It's going to happen. You've all seen me do it. You're going to learn, and it takes time, because when you're tap dancing, every now and then you're going to have to learn how to spin and get around that one, because the shit's going to come at you, and you're just going to be, oh, fuck, can't talk about that. I almost said that. You're going to have to learn how to backtrack. You will learn this. I will teach you. We do not. Because this, if you want to speculate, become a YouTube commenter. Get in the IRC. They're fucking awesome at it. But my staff does not speculate. If you don't know, what do you say? There you go! Get good at it. Don't fucking speculate. At any given moment, none of you has the full picture. I know this for fact because it's my entire job to have the full picture, and it takes me 100 hours a week to try and put it together. And it takes all of you, because all of you see and do and know things that I don't know. I'm not a god. And the only way this works is if I get information and data from all of you, and then it's my job to call the play. Because of perspective, because you don't see the entire picture. And I'm not going to explain the entire picture all the time. I work really hard to get as much of the picture to the world as possible. But there are going to be things you don't know, and that's okay. You have to know your job really, really well. I have to know all of your jobs pretty good. Don't speculate. You probably don't know. If you want to know, ask. 99% of the time I'll tell you. But you can't speculate, because when you speculate, people listen to you guys. Your opinions matter. When you speak, you have power. You have power because we have this giant infrastructure and cameras all the goddamn time. And the IRC is a vacuum for information. They want to know everything, and they're watching. And if you give them a little tiny bit that may or may not be ill-informed, they're going to fucking run with that, and it turns into problems. Because it turns into creating expectations that I can't manage. And that ends bad. Every damn time. I love it when he tinkles. Before making a statement, I'm actually going to read this one right off the list. Before making a statement, ensure that it's a true statement. Do not make policy on the fly. Does anybody not understand that? Cool. Because you have those shiny little badges with your name on them and the pretty blue stripe, things that you say can get turned into policy inadvertently, and that ends badly. Because if you do something, if you do a special case with somebody, you're helping somebody out, you've just set precedent. Precedent turns into policy. And I have a very hard time when the guy comes back and I don't know him and I don't know that you did that special thing, walking it back. Feel free to interject on any of these.
Okay. So the only other thing before you move on to the next part, because I think that was the last one I see.
It was, you know.
Is a real world example of, like, let's say the toilet was broken.
Tell that.
Well, and a person comes in and they want to use the bathroom. What's the best answer to tell that person?
Toilet's broken.
The bathroom is unavailable.
Oh, that kind of thing. Yes.
They don't need to know that the part is on order, it'll be here in a week.
Yeah. I already covered that. I'm just going to read this one verbatim because I've already covered a lot of this. You may not like everything, it's about the system as a whole. When we set up a standard operating procedure, it's for a good reason, and unless it actually prevents you from functioning, it actually needs to be followed. If you can't, you need to communicate why so that we can change it accordingly. I don't like how you told me to do this, so I did it another way without asking, is not okay. It's perspective. When I ask you to do something, it may not make sense, you may have a better way, and often I'm interested in the better way. But if I tell you, or anybody else tells you to do this thing in this way, you have to do it like that because other people are depending on you to do it in that way. There's other things involved. There's things that you may not be privileged to. That's why this matters. And this is simple shit like why we're so big on people showing up on time. By the way, good job. Other people are depending on you to show up. Other people are depending on how you do things. Other people are depending on why you do things. Let people speak for themselves. Less gossip. Keep your problems and concerns to your world and not others. If you have a problem, and I don't care what it is, Okay? If you got a problem and you come to me, I'm going to try and fix it. It's what I do. It's like an engineer, boss, nerd thing. Okay? And I am all for hearing any problem you have. I don't care how knucklehead and small it is. Sometimes they get annoying, but the good thing about knucklehead problems is I'm really good at solving them. But the tour group does not want to hear about your psoriasis. There's been a lot of noise, just background noise among the executive staff, because we hear it from everybody, of issues of, I'm concerned about other person's job. Unless they work under you directly, keep it to yourself. Everybody here has shit they're going through. Everybody here walks a hard fucking path. Be kind. You don't do gossip. It ends bad every fucking time. And the problem with gossip in this company is that gossip in this company spreads around the globe in 10 seconds. It's kind of a thing. If you feel you must express a concern, do so to the person themselves. If you can't do that, take it to a person in a leadership position. We're here to help. I can do like 3 hours on that.
Let's try.
You can't just write, explain the art of decision making.
I provided bullet points of what's covered.
Explain the art of decision making. That's the past 20 years of my fucking life. We sometimes must make decisions, and you will not see how we came to that decision. Nor are the leadership under an obligation to explain the entire process to you. It's not because this is like some kind of dictatorship, it's because we simply don't have the time. If we explain every single reason for everything we do, nothing is ever going to get done. It's why I don't make you explain. I don't go to Batman and say, why did you take out the trash in that order? I don't give a fuck. I told Batman to take the trash out, and I trust him to be intelligent enough to handle that. This is true at a million levels. If you need to make a decision in your project, learn to gauge when you should have input and when you should just make it. A good rule is if it'll have a final verification or proof or check at the end, go all the way to the end before seeking input. The leadership staff cannot hold your hand throughout the entire system. There are those of you, I won't cite examples, who like to just off and run and need to have that reined in a little bit so that you can make better decisions with checks and balances. There are those of you who need hand-holding. The balance is somewhere between you two. Ed is the balance. Ed, you are Boden. You are the middle way. Which is actually quite true, because you're actually really good on your own. Ed, do a cable tray in that room, and just fucking magic happens. And that is a very powerful thing. That is a good thing that I seek a lot. He's wicked fucking smart, and terrified of that fact. And I'm going to beat that out of you with a stick if I have to. But you're actually smarter and more capable than you think you are. Yeah, how terrifying is that shit? And you, at some point, I don't care when, go behind the building, go in the bathroom, bring sticks, bring spoons, I don't care what the fuck you do, but work it out. Because you two, on your own, are awesome. Together are the fucking Bickersons. And you do not have, we're talking about the decision-making process, you do not have 20 minutes to argue shit back and forth for a 30-second decision every time. I'm going to start grabbing you by the ears and knocking you together until your teeth rattle. You can solve it your way, I can solve it mine. It's up to you. I talked about the tour system. I touched on it. The new tour system on days where we have Uber tours is going to be, because the problem with the tours is we cut it in half to like 20 people a group. And it's still too big. This is a good problem to have. So, all of you, God, I wish I hadn't set Bellatini away for this part because he would be cringing and shitting himself in the corner right now. All of you will be giving tours All of you are capable of it. We will choose them in order by ability. Batman and Ed will get picked first because I can just throw 20 people at either of you and you're cool. But we're going to be doing tour groups of little groups of like 10 so that they can hear everything, they can see everything. And as far as the pattern of the tours, there is none. Just fucking go. You know your way around the building. If you run into a room and there's 10 people in there, turn. Pick the next room. Sort it out. Yeah. All roads lead to high voltage in the end. Don't care how you get there, just get there. Are there any questions? What?
When are we going to do the full body picture thing we talked about behind the gun?
When somebody accomplishes that task on the check-in board, and is it ready?
Body picture.
We have to set up the photo set, which we stack pictures or something. And that item has been on the list for some time, and it has taken hold.
Okay. Now, I've picked on Batman, I've picked on Jerry, nobody picks on Paul. Picked on you. You. Frequently, it is my job to stand in this spot and talk. When I do that, shut the fuck up. Cool? Cool.
Actually, I have had this problem on tours too, with everybody. The person who is leading the tour has a plan and a rein. If you guys start talking over me, I'm just going to start kicking you. And I can kick over the up to your teeth.
Ask me how I know.
But it's almost impossible for me to lead a tour group if the staff decides they have more things to say.
This is a thing. And all of you will learn this, Joy, as you give tours, which you will be giving. If you're talking, if you're up here, if you're doing a thing, especially with a crowd where your brain's going a mile a minute, you have to keep up in your head. And when Ed drops in from fucking right field over here with, I don't hear a thing you say. What I hear is Charlie Brown's teacher on acid. Because my brain is recoiling in terror going, fuck, I just lost my shit! And it doesn't matter what you say, if it's right, if it's wrong, doesn't matter. You've train wrecked in front of 50 people. And all I'm thinking about is how many times I want to hit you until the twitching stops. Don't do that. Any other questions? Stop giggling back there, you're a horrible person. I will come up with shit to fuck with you on, just as a matter of point. Because that's a nice guy, and I like him way more than I like you.
Yeah, Paul now gets the first tour group.
Yeah, Paul gets first tour group. He's sitting back there behind you like, fuck yeah. I'd be doing that too, I'd just be more subtle about it. Any other questions? Good. You have all had your first fundamental lesson in tap dancing. There will be more. I have a fun thing for you to play with. Infrared. And I have a camera that just came in. Where'd you put the camera?
I saw the
So by the Zeus.
Okay.
Perfect place.
I don't know if it works or not. We got it from the junkyard.
That little PTZ?
No, we got like
Sony.
a little DV cam thing.
Okay. Somebody put a PTZ, little IP.
Oh, yeah, that's me. Fuck with it. Runs on 5 volts, be careful.
I saw that. I took a second.
Are you alright?
Pop them back and it just sort of, there's like 20 of them.
You're not having like some kind of gay seizures over there or something? Because that's what it looks like.
Homosexuals are more attuned to having schizophrenia, not, you know.
So there was women that were more likely to have schizophrenia.
That's alright. Homosexual males too.
Okay.
Things I learned today.
Yeah, the gay schizophrenia. That's my bad name of the day right there. I have a legit FLIR infrared camera for you to install.
Yell Mark, please,
Mark!
when you're ready.
Hi there guys, I'm Chris Boden and welcome to the Geek Group. In today's equipment autopsy, we have this nifty thing, which is a Perkin-Elmer LC600 auto sampler. And I've messed with this auto sampler a couple times. I cannot figure out where the audio in, audio out, any MIDI controls. I can't get it to sample at all, so I figured we'd make it into an equipment autopsy. I'm going to begin with the plug. Let's see what it does. Oh, it goes ting. Oh, you've got a machine that goes ting. Makes that sound. and why it makes the sound. But this is a thing used for chemistry, and that's everything I know about it, because, well, my profound understanding of chemistry is the stuff of legend. I'm going to get rid of this giant cat whisker off the side because it's just annoying me. Okay, fine. Be that way. You want to play it like that? I can do that. Ha! Alright. And I'm going to begin with the back because there's a couple thumb screws which make this relatively easy to open. Oh, wow. Oh, this is neat. Here, I'll turn this around so you guys can see. There's stuff going on in there. This is kind of obnoxious to get into. Oh! There's a vial! It's labeled WV or CCV. I don't know, but that's our vial. Here, I'll turn it here and you can get a shot of it. I don't know what's in it. It is a pale yellow liquid. I'm going to say it's CCV. That might make sense to somebody out there, but alright, now we know things. There's a little widgy bit and a needle and this vial. So I think, and I'm sure somebody out there would be happy to comment if I'm wrong, but I think this is designed for little vials like this to go in there, and it works its way around. Alright, we're in, I put it in 34. It's in 34. Okay, so the bottle's in position. Now let's sample. Nothing happens. It needs like compressed air or nitrogen or something to actually do things. But I got it to where the bottle is. Can I have it back? I want my bottle back!
Pause. It was counting down.
It was counting down? What did it do?
It counted down and then nothing because you hit another button, I think.
Oh. 10, 9, 8, 7. I'm going to turn this around so you can see it back. 3, 2, 1. Nothing happens. And it just goes back to 14. I've got my file back. This will be worth millions someday. I'm saving that. Alright, so let's dig into it. It's really well built. Like, the majority of this thing is just one big casting. So, let me just take this off right here. Oh, wow! Hey guys, check this out. Check this out. Alright, I gotta get my cable. We got a cool bit here. This is a rotary encoder. Right here. Oh, you're quite serious about that. Big solenoid, gear drive. And this here is a really simple rotary encoder etched into this brass disc. You can see these markings in that, and it might be simple binary. Okay, we're at 1 now. Let's open it up and take a look. It might just be binary. If it is, we get to talk about counting in binary. That'll be fun. Oh, it's a terrible screwdriver. there's a less durable screwdriver. Now, most rotary encoders have some kind of particularly awesome method for. Oh! Oh, okay, cool. Some nice little brass bits coming to get the tray. So, we've got our disc here. Let me take this off. This is either brass or anodized aluminum. The color made me think it was brass at first, but as I'm looking at it, there's this weird iridescent pattern in it, so it may be anodized. No, that's brass, that's heavy. All right, so we started here, and that was our 0.
Pause. Remember your head on the overhead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, so let's see if we can zoom in on the disc here. I'll try and get this in position that you guys can see it good. Now, this is our position 0, straight across. And all we have is this outer mark in here. Now, the outer mark appears all the way around. So this is our index to know you're at a hole. You've lined up. So we can ignore these. So we go here and we have a hole, 1 bar. So there's 1. And then we go here and there's 2 bars open. So that tells us it's not binary. Because if it was binary, it'd be dot and then over here for 2. And then both of those for 3. Wait, dot, and the next one over here for 2, and then both of these for 3. It is binary, because we've got 1, 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 4, 4 plus 1 is 5, 4 and 2 are 6, 4 and 2 and 1, and so this isn't binary. That's kind of cool. We have a binary counting wheel. And I'll take a minute, because you can't be bothered to go over and watch the awesome, like, I'm sure Numberphile has a cool video on it, or something like that, or something Tom Scott did, who was awesome. But here's some fundamental basics on counting in binary. You have, binary is a base 2 math, so everything is either 0 or 1. So you start with, I'll do it top down, but you start with 1. So that is 1. To go to 2 though, you go 2 in binary looks like 10, because it's 2 from here and none from here. 3 is 1, 1, because you take 2 plus 1. This is the 2's place and the 1's place. And for 4, you go 1, 0, 0, like that, and up and up and up. And the spaces are really simple. You just start counting by 2's. So you have 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, like that. And that, by the way, is, if you've ever spent any time around computers, it's why memory sizes are always 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. Yeah, like gigabytes, same thing. So it's a binary wheel, and that is awesome. And I'm keeping that. What can we dig into next? I don't think we're going to get anywhere. Yeah, this is all casting. There's no screws on the outside. So take the plug off of it. Set that aside for a moment. Grab a screwdriver that does not suck. And back to the screwdriver that sucks. And I'll take these screws out of the back real quick here. And I'll turn that around and open it up so that you guys can see. Now this, by the way, is a Perkin-Elmer, I think. Yeah. model LC241. And I'm going to want to take that off. And we'll turn this around and get a look inside. It's well packed. I forgot to give it a haircut to get that open. All right. Good pair of cutters. Just had it. There's a lot of screws on the bottom. Ooh, there's some cool bits. All right, this is going to be fun. This is more fun than I was expecting. There's some things in the hole, so I have to believe it'll come out. Got it. So we get rid of all of that, which we don't really care about. There's nothing exciting there. But now we can see in there, and there's some interesting bits in there.
Pause. Turn it towards the close-up, please.
Close up. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to let you guys get a look in there while I dig for a better screwdriver like this one. And let's see if we can open this up the big way. I think I can drop the whole bottom right off of it. I don't know anything about chemistry, but I've taken apart quite a few pieces of fun chemistry equipment, and that tends to end well because chemistry equipment has all kinds of, especially when you get into, as a rule, any kind of scientific big testing equipment you take apart, you tend to find really unusual and fun things inside. You have to be careful because some of them can be just way more dangerous than you were expecting. You know, you're not taking apart toasters. And if you go in knowing you're taking apart like something like an X-ray mass spectrometer or something like that, you know it's inherently dangerous and there's things inside that will hurt you. But with stuff like this, with an auto sampler, the more mundane stuff, you tend to find some pretty interesting and unusual for the average home tinkerer parts to come across, and you have to be careful with that. All right, here we go. Just going to have to feed through that. Come on out. Oh, there's a little gear drum somewhere. We don't need that. Oh, I thought that was a tube. There's actually a little, either a wire or a really tiny, tiny tube inside that. So I'm going to cut it because it's not worth fighting. And we'll lay this down. We've got more tubes and a little chamber and plugs. Take out all the plugs. Because despite my rather wanton nature, I'm trying not to just arbitrarily destroy things. So this is a pressure regulator. You can tell by the funny knob. You gotta, that'll come right out like that. This is going to take a little doing. This is, I don't know what this is. Here's a little reservoir. We've got all kinds of interesting bits and pieces. So this is fun. Over here, I don't know what this thing does. We've got a power supply here. I don't want to just cut things. Let's see if we can remove you gently. Let me get it out as intact as I can. Okay. We'll be back for you. This just gives us the connection to the display. Which is not going to come out with a fight because it's wedged up in there. So I'll just get rid of that whole thing. And this is a big piece of, like, it's this huge piece of heavy casting plastic. And it can go away. This thing's built like a tank. You can tell it's designed to be a quality piece of equipment and live for a very long time on a bench somewhere. So how do we get this out? Some kind of impact. You go out. You go out. There's a very sharp needle on the bottom of that. So this is obviously designed to spin little vials around in the cart and pierce down through the thing. We get a sample, or leave a sample.
Can you demonstrate that turned, please?
Sure. Alright, so here's basically what's going on. I'm just going to kind of put this back together a little bit to give you an idea. If I can make it line up. It might not go back in there now that I've removed so many pieces, but we'll try. Okay, that goes there like that. So what this does is you have your little vial in your thing, and the vial comes around to the right position. And there's a little needle here that pierces the vial, goes down into there, takes its sample, and the in-out suction, all that's controlled by these here. And then it retracts, and if it retracts properly, this can spin out and you get your vial back. This is when I'm going to find out that the actual vial here is like some form of monkey pee. Now I'm going to get Boden or something. So we'll be really careful around the needle because I don't know where you've been. Well, there's going to be, this is mounted somehow. And this is controlled. You can see, this is actually kind of cool. I don't know how well you can see it. But this here is not a fluid reservoir as I first thought. It's actually a hydraulic or pneumatic cylinder. You can see the piston in there going up and down as I move this. It's kind of cool. Well, I only see one thing that could be the actual mount, and I might be able to get that. I'm going to try. It's totally not fun. I'm going to try. killing me. I had... No, I can't get that lucky. Oh, broken clock's right twice a day. Do it! Oh, you suck. Where's your clock now? Maybe I can include my own hand. Oh, 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 touch me. Yes! God, I'm awesome! Yet another one of these blind lucker skill. Alright guys, so it's 15:41 hours and there have been comments. First comment is, how do we focus this? No, we don't. This is just a placeholder. This back dish doesn't actually do anything. It's just sitting in there, and this is the antenna. This is the back plane to this antenna. This reflector isn't actually being used with this antenna. To do that, I'd have to mount the antenna backwards, and I'd have to use, this is a right-hand circularly polarized antenna. I'd have to use a left, because in mounting it backwards off the thing, it'd reverse the thing. If I used it with the director, I'd have really great gain, but a very narrow field of view. And that's not what I want for this. With this setup, I've got a wider field of view and really, really good gain, and this is enough, I think, to get me all the way to the park. The park's like 6 blocks away. So if this doesn't work, I can always change it. Other people are commenting about how I needed to mount that at 90 degrees out front thing. If you take a step back, now you're looking at it from the front now, and it's cocked on its... No, we're right side up here. This is right side up. So if you come back and look at it, you can see that the omnidirectional antenna is well clear of the reflector, dome, all that jazz. It's totally cool all on its own. That's why it's on such a long cable. So this is that. It will be rigidly mounted to the pole. There is no as-el mojo. It's just going to point in the general direction of the center of the park, and it should be fine. The entire park is well within the view of this from where we're putting it. And Batman...
It's going to be fun pointing it, but...
Why?
Well, now...
Just point it at the park. You can practically see the park from there, so it's a big deal. This is our antenna mast, which is a 3-inch diameter, 1/4-inch thick wall piece of steel pipe that is...
You said 20 and a bit.
20 and a bit. 21 probably, I don't know.
Yep, 21, cool.
21 feet, okay. And we're going to clean and prime. I might even put a little coat of paint on that, because it's not going up today, we don't have time. So I'll clean and prime it today, might even paint it tomorrow. What should we paint it? I think yellow.
For something like that, well, you want something that contrasts the sky really well, and yellow kind of blends in with the sky.
Blue would blend in with the sky.
Right, but yellow can as well. I don't know, it's kind of...
I'm painting yellow. I'm painting safety yellow.
Yeah, I'd say we're not going that high anyway to be an issue to anyone.
Oh, we could paint it. We could paint it in red and white fields.
There we go.
I happen to have all the documentation on the official guidelines for painting towers. I have a little experience with
I
this.
feel like you would have a little
Little bit of experience with this. So Batman's gonna get us all set up to paint it, and I'm gonna do a final setup on that. Hey, that's what I'll do. Hey, Ed, can you come down to the MDH real quick, please?
No.
See, it sounded like that was a request. It sounded like that, but it didn't feel like that. I'm gonna get this buttoned up. Hi. I'm going to hand the blog cam off to you real quick while I button this up, because I want to have documentation of that. After I've got this buttoned up, I'm going to have you, if you would please, set up power and a video monitor to this, just right here for bench testing, and we'll fly around a bit and make sure everything's good.
You said it's 12, correct?
Yeah, 12 volts.
Okay.
And it's very tolerant on voltage. I think it'll take anything between, I don't know, we'll look at it, but it's not like rigorous 12.
Well, I was thinking for the
All right,
final
last look
setup.
inside.
Yep.
This is indeed vertical. The joint is secure. The joint is secure. That joint is liquid tight, so we're good. And I am putting the radome on, lining up the damn holes. It's over here. Okay, cool. Now I just have to find all the screws and fit. Which are these screws?
You can see light through the hole.
Not for long. What the hell? Asshole!
What?
Not you. You're a different asshole.
Oh, the way they did that? Yeah.
No, I was yelling at Ed, actually. I had my hole lined up. Ed came over, messed with it, and my hole was out of alignment. Ed, stay out of my hole!
Problem of my life. So I was thinking with the whole power drop thing on cable, instead of running DC up it, we run AC 24 and then rectify it.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll go around that way. That might be a good idea to have a DC power supply in the box.
You thinking 120?
Yeah, we could run 120, sure.
Okay.
Okay, all the screws and all the holes. Ed, breathe through your mouth.
I can just stop breathing.
Okay, I'll work fast. When he falls over, catch the camera. Hand it off to her. She knows how to handle the camera. She's smart and stuff. All right. Radome is sealed. We still have an extra antenna for further testing. So this is the plan. We're going to mount this via this to the pipe. The pipe will mount via giant clamps to the wall. The pipe will mount via giant clamps to unistrut, which will disperse the weight among the wall. There will be like 3 unistrut mounts. The unistrut will mount via tiny little lag bolts and itty bitty little anchors to the brick wall. Should be good. So that's the plan. And oh, hey, next time you hit Home Depot, get a can, not a tiny can, but a good sized can of acetone and alcohol.
Okay.
We're almost out of both.
Yeah.
All right. You ready to hoist that up?
You're making fun of my tiny
Little
anchors.
itty bitty lag bolts. Those are cute. Giant ass lag bolts.
As big as I can go on a unistrut.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, it ain't coming off that
Yeah,
pole.
it's secure. We're gonna be good. All right. You, sir. Come here. Straight a little too, Robin. Thank you. All right, you can use. And of course, it doesn't say. Oh. 6 to 16 volts. So shoot for 12. But blow some pixies into there. And then you know the color codes.
Okay.
But let's get a base monitor set up, and once you've got that sorted out, we'll point it that way and see what we get. All right?
All right.
Cool. Thank you, sir. I'm going to turn this back this way. Let it do its thing. Now let's check on it. This will take the weight of that pipe this time, right? I believe in you. Alright. Captain and Melissa, come in, Melissa.
Go ahead.
You busy for the next 15 minutes?
No, I'll be right there.
MDH, please. Bring paper. No, I got him.
Just don't want him to roll. Grabbed like the biggest clamp I possibly could apparently.
Hey, Casey, buddy.
Hey, Kathy.
You wanna help me put this on me? I know you don't want to, but you want to put this on me.
He has a passionate desire to.
Put it on what? We're putting it on the sawhorses here so you can clean it and
We're gonna clean and paint it so it doesn't look like how I got it. We're gonna paint it. Let's see how
the black hole of
brings out your eyes.
I don't know who's gonna hold the weight, but we're
Great
gonna
idea.
find out. Just go right over his car. Oh my god, I got
Shit. You really are gonna go right over.
Just go right over the fucking car.
Or not.
Keep turning. Oh, I see. You.
Now it's gonna be upside down. Totally takes it. Don't go that far that way. Well, I got painted. And good enough. Add out some more stuff, and we'll mask off the thing so I don't end up painting that.
We can't block the fire exit. So we got a fire exit right there.
Do we want to move the whole damn thing this way?
Probably over in a little bit. I thought it was good.
We dry it, we clean it.
Alright, here's the deal. Kevin and I are going to lift the pipe, and you two are going to move everything else.
Okay.
I ain't lifted it yet.
As you can see, this is the greatest idea ever. Now, you're going to take that sawhorse and that piece of cardboard. I've got this sawhorse and this piece of cardboard and the jar of acetone and my protection. No, ready? Not right now. Why can I help you?
Wait.
Okay, wait 2 minutes, just hang on. All right, everybody ready?
Well, no, it's not yet.
Go! Yes! Right at the edge of the thing. Keep going. No, you gotta go first.
I'm sorry.
Don't stop halfway. Oh,
You gotta go, you wanna go towards the...
that way a little bit. Go that
So
way.
we have the fire exit there, that's the whole point.
Stop.
This is awesome.
Okay, you're good. This is good. Everything's
Watch
good.
your
We're all
shoulder.
good.
Watch your
All right.
watch the back.
I can't
Watch it, I'm fucking back.
Huh?
That shirt's fun.
Yes, I meant the left. Yes.
Yep.
All right, are we clean?
Alright, I'm gonna go get measurements.
Cool, sir. I'm gonna paint a giant black shaft. That's a pretty piece of steel.
Hey, now.
I gotta get under the thing. It's gotta move a little. You're just gonna have to accept that fact. All right. Happy? Well, we started with turbo rar gunge.
Look at her.
Is that after the entire length?
Yes, I just from that somewhere down.
Okay, that's clean enough, but keep going. You're not gonna get it down to pristine white, no matter how many times you do.
I'm not looking
But-
for pristine white.
Get it down to what makes you happy. I want you to be content.
To make my head white.
So, we've got some cool ideas. The antenna can mount anywhere on the pipe, which is cool. We're trying to, the goal is to have about 8 feet of this, like, about 8 feet of this sticks up, like this would be the roof line. So that much mounts to the wall, so it's nice and super solid. And about this much of it mounts, like this is the roof line up. So the antenna itself is going to be about here. And I'll probably mount another one just because I can, and it'll give me something to experiment with. But way up here on top, we're going to mount another camera. So that'll be kind of cool. That'll be a fun thing to play with. Editor! All right, you happy?
For now.
Are you content, maybe? On the NDH, got a cool bit of news. I am aligned. Huh?
What are you doing?
Nothing?
Nothing?
Just I'm painting my pipe. It's a bare steel pipe. If you put it outside, it'll rust and look like hell, so I'm going to paint it a nice pretty yellow.
Yellow.
Unless you get me white and red paint, then I'll paint it to look like a radio tower. But I need some aviation orange, which isn't actually red, but everybody thinks it's red. So I need aviation orange.
You can make that from us earlier. Not going to Menards to get it though.
So, our antenna mounts on the side. I have 8 feet above the roof line and a pipe. I'm going to have Batman weld a plate on the end of it. You have a camera mount.
That won't work
Why not?
because I'm being a pain in the ass.
He's holding a spray can. He may not have thought about it, but I did.
There's a lot of static on your radio.
Yeah? Yeah, that's just my voice. Can you get me some more cardboard for the ends, please?
There's papers.
Hey, Batman? Yeah. I need a little more Gaylordy mojo. Put my car outside, if you would, please.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm like, I should put my car outside.
So, it's 13 feet from the tip of the roof to the rubber.
Okay,
So, 13 feet
okay.
of wall. So
That
we're
only
going
gives
like-
us 7 above,
Right, but
so
we're not going to the bottom
yeah,
of the
we
roof.
come up
So we
3
jack it
feet
up,
and we're good.
3 feet.
We can do 3 feet.
We gotta be able to hold it up.
I know how we can do like about 3 or 4 feet, no problem. It's gonna mount on the wall, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Take a pallet, lean it against the wall, set the pipe on top.
That's totally legit.
For setting it up, it'll be fine. What are you doing? Come here. You're doing what?
I'm a predator.
Okay, well, you can grow old doing that. You can hold the camera. The microphones are on top, don't block the mic.
I think we should totally grab one of those cheap cage lights we got, the 120 one.
Cage lights?
Yeah, little watertight cage.
We got that nice red LED one in the front entryway.
I didn't want to go like ridiculously bright that would piss off all the neighbors. Which that one was kind of.
Pretty sure that putting a light on top of the pole would offend less neighbors than the one right in the front entryway.
Well, with it being in the front entryway, all it's doing is shining right into the freeway, which is closed at night anyway. Put on the roof.
Yeah, but this would be above anybody's houses, so the Fresnel lens won't focus it right into their house. It's a lot of pipe.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pipe. Doesn't look like a lot until you got to paint it. It's a lot of pipe.
Getting paint on the saw.
I take solace in the fact that I'm not the first person to get paint on a saw.
Actually, the black that's on that screen door is color.
Really? I
Yeah.
did that?
Pretty good, dude.
Cool.
No, I wasn't the first one to cut into it either. That's probably you as well. Or Mikey.
Say Mike because he's not here.
Hey, Batman?
Yeah.
There's another antenna just like that one down in robotics.
Okay.
Bring it up.
Okay.
gonna weld to the top. I just like painting things, making things pretty.
Oh, weld to the place where the sawhorse is. There you go.
Cool, there's only 2 spots I didn't get. Oh, okay. That's all there is to that.
Little tiny bit of paint. Clean shirt. Mad skills. We'll be back.
All right, 17, 20 hours. You made a plate.
Yeah,
Casey helped.
a little bit.
Casey helped a lot.
He just said that.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna do a test of the FPV thing. But Batman, gentleman over here wants to hear a story.
About
You're a man about the record. The record,
record.
up there.
So
the red record, right there.
we had gotten like boxes of records. They were given to us specifically for making art out of like smashing, gluing, whatever the heck we wanted to do.
They were trashed junk records.
So I'm standing at the corner of the door with the boxes, right? We just pulled them off the truck. I want to see this thing smash. I just threw it. It went, "Choop." And there it stayed ever since.
That's pretty great.
It was pretty cool. And what was cool too, especially as there were like 30 people to see it. So,
It was supremely badass. He just stood over there and frisbeed the damn thing and just boom.
I wanted it just to hit the wall and explode, and instead of just went, "Choop." That's pretty great.
So that's why there is a red record up on the wall. All right, we're gonna do a test.
Did you see
I
that?
hear.
What? See what? Oh, hey, you got like a better. Do we have more of this tubing?
I'm sure we do.
Okay, cool. That's. Does it work any better than it
works,
did?
It looks a little faster than it did yesterday.
That's excellent. All right.
Don't push it on all the way.
Yeah. Well, can we get one of these with a 90?
I'm sure we could.
Okay.
I gotta just find another 90.
All right.
Like
See if we can get, because it's going to go straight down.
Right.
And we'll bring up one of the little kiosks.
Yeah, I know what you
Yeah,
want.
and we'll redo
work
it,
on that.
and we'll mount this right in there. We'll mount this down below. I want to enclose the sides.
Yeah, I have one that already has enclosed sides.
Okay.
The question is, do we want to like spray it with spray? Because it's diamond plate, which means it's kind of echo. And we want to like spray it with some foam.
Put
or something.
Dynamat on the inside.
Okay.
That'd do it. Cool. And just add a regular switch.
This was to see really how well the plastic would take the thread, and it seems to take it just fine.
Yeah, there's a little cracking, but nothing major. Seal that up quick. All right, cool. All right, we need to put an aircraft in here now. Show me what you've got over here. You've got.
I got a little portable.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good. sucks. Can we get a better monitor?
Do you have a better monitor?
We got a building full of monitors. There's the plate. Oh, there's the plate. He's got the plate. See if you can get a better monitor. I'll get this thing ready to go in here. Because if you can get like at least like a 15-inch monitor, you'll actually be able to see things.
Problem is finding an analog monitor that size that I can get into this room without, disassembling. This thing won't shut up.
What's pitching?
Receiver.
So it has a signal.
No, it shouldn't beep without a signal. Are you giving it 12 volts?
Should be. Yeah. 12 volt half amp.
Set it to channel 1. First thing you're going to do is just give you a signal to lock onto while we get everything tuned up. And you should easily get it on the Omni. Give me a second, I gotta bring my transmitter online.
I unplugged it, yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's not annoying at all.
not in the latest stuff. Maybe it'll be better when we get it up in the air and we won't have to listen to it.
Alright. Stand by, I'm about to give you video. Alright, you should have video broadcasting on channel 1 now. I've got control.
Hey, I got a picture. Damn thing still won't shut up.
I got picture.
Ditto.
I don't know why it's still beeping though.
I know, figure that out. You got picture?
Yes.
Yep. You're not supposed to tilt like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out.
It's only got 2 buttons on it. Band and channel.
You got for a picture. Still a box and phone. Even for a reason.
long beep zones on the channel top and bottom limits. That makes no sense, people. Working on it. What model is it? It's working. You can even hear it.
Maybe the one antenna is freaking out just out of the dome. Maybe the dome is messing with the other antenna. Maybe that's freaking out.
Shouldn't, but might be. It's not switching antennas, it's just being a bitch. Apparently the model's written on the side. Yeah, probably the side that's lead down using industrial auto body.
It's not auto body tape, it's only like 15 pound. It's a PUO 5800. Oh, it's a duo.
Duo 8500.
Yeah, 5.8 gigahertz. It's a next wave.
I had fun here.
I'm gonna hear it in my sleep now all week.
Looks close enough. Would you rather this or the cat? Beep Coast. What's this constant beeping mean? What's it say about being
The settings
annoying?
accomplished by... This receiver will then play the current value as a number of beeps and will then start on the first option. No, that's operating the receiver. Beep codes on the table below. RX receive switch tick. Low battery. Blue battery volts. Low battery. If upon connection of a battery pack the receiver beeps continuously, then the low battery warning is set higher than the voltage from the battery pack.
According to the instructions, there's a low battery warning.
Which means
How many volts are you putting into it?
12.
It's supposed to be reading the battery of your quad.
No, regardless of low battery alarm setting, a fixed alarm will occur when an input voltage smaller than 5 volts or larger than 13 volts is detected.
What's it say?
Say that again?
Note
Unplug it. We know it works.
Note that regardless of the low voltage, low battery
God.
alarm setting, a fixed alarm will occur at an input voltage smaller than 5 volts or larger than 13 volts detected. This safeguards the receiver from being used with input voltages which correct operation cannot be guaranteed.
According to the casing, it'll handle between 6 to 17, and I've got 12 at half an amp.
That should be fine. I don't know why
Should
the
be
hell
fine.
it's freaking out. Fix it. That's your job.
Always breaking shit.
I just got here.
Yeah, now fix it.
That's no excuse for breaking it.
We've proven that it receives, so we've got that.
Yeah,
It's just
I
not
had to rescue my
happening.
mom.
All right, so
Are we actually giving it 12 meter volts?
Yeah, 12 volt at half amp.
the beep codes didn't say anything about amperage, just said voltage.
Give it more amps.
All the Fs?
Yeah, this is
Let's see if I
500
can-
milliamps.
Let's see if I can find the 1 amp.
I can run down. Let's try it 1 amp and 2 amps and see what we get.
You can come with me.
Go. Get them, they're doing stuff. Bigger monitor, we could have got better video quality, but that's what we got.
It's much easier.
He's cool. Borrow my dead glow.
Huh?
Did you borrow my dead glow?
Not that one. I use the red one every now and then.
Yeah, did you
put it in high voltage?
The red and the
There's
gray
two,
one?
yeah.
There's two of them. I have one up there and you have one down here.
Nope, I don't.
I've had one up there for months.
Somebody might have put it back.
Someone may have taken the other one up there as well.
This is the bottom, right?
Huh?
This is the bottom?
Yes.
Okay. Can you grab a tape measure, give me a mark, 8 feet from the top? That'll be where we'll set the roof line. So if we could have 10 feet to the roof line, that'd be really
The more you take up, the less you have to bolt to. Remember. You want
It's a
to-
21-foot pipe. Do you know what? Here's a useless bit of knowledge for you. Do you know how deep a telephone pole is set?
They're like, what is it, 2% or something?
10% plus 2 feet. We got 50%. I think we're okay. Let's go for 10 feet to the roof line. Come on down 10 feet. I'm making art! Shit. Paint's dry, right? Here, shake it. Hold it upside down, shake it. What? Yeah, quit beeping.
Running at 3.5 amps now.
How many amps is actually drawn?
Oh. Well, give it a 3.5.
Shut the hell up. So.
Yeah, we're gonna do another coat of primer before we even try yellow. And I gotta roll this over and paint the big black spots. All right, your mission? Are your hands
We
free?
put that one against the wall.
Stick your finger in the end. Just don't let it roll. Okay?
We put
No,
that
I was,
side against the wall.
Sending a picture to Katie. She says hi.
Hi. Katie B?
Yep.
Oh, cool. Hi. You wanna look like an alien?
Please don't spray paint her.
Washes off a couple weeks, she'll be fine.
No. Maybe later.
Roll this way a little bit. Good. What's your name? Huh? Molly? Chloe? Okay, Chloe, you want to help? You're short. You can see the dark spots. See the dark spots? See the dark spots that aren't gray like that? Get on the other side, and if you see any that I don't paint, you gotta let me know, okay? Okay, you gotta go on the other side. Don't touch it, it's got wet paint on it. You're looking for any dark spots that I haven't painted yet. You gotta paint all the dark spots. If you don't, they'll rust. That's no fun. Where you got some? Don't touch it. Because it's wet. It's wet paint. See any more?
Yes.
Where?
See them.
Show me where I missed a spot. You got to do better than that. Like how this is different than that.
Yes.
That's because this is wet and that's dry.
Hey,
That's
Chris.
okay. What?
Katie says you were right about Vegas.
No shit.
Don't get too close to the spray paint. I don't need you home
Kelly,
all high on spray paint.
in 20 years of running this company, I can count the number of people I fired on my fingers. Vegas is one of them.
For real.
Yeah.
That's why I took his LOL thing.
He's a really sweet guy, and he's really awesome to hang out with, but I wouldn't buy an apple from the sumbitch. And marry him? No!
Oh yeah, that would be her current ex-husband, right?
No, Vegas is the one she's married to right now.
No, that's the current ex-husband. She's getting divorced.
Really?
Again.
Mazel tov.
I think she holds the record at this point of people that.
I was smart enough to have never gotten married in the first place.
Well, yeah.
Though I was engaged to her sister once.
I know.
There was a time.
Remember.
In my defense, I was 18 and retarded. Well, we can't do that yet. We have to wait. You have to hold that for half an hour.
Chris, you
Okay,
gotta
just
remember,
don't
if we go back like, I don't know, what, 18-ish years anyway, so. I'm 37
I
now.
met Missy through Kirsten. I dated Kirsten since I was 15 to 17.
How old are you now?
40.
I'm 37.
You're old.
I know.
You have a kid.
She's 7.
I am young and pretty.
My boyfriend is 40.
Okay.
So.
You have a boyfriend?
Yeah. You want to see pics?
No, it's okay. I just was never sure you were into guys.
Well, how else would I have that? Other than immaculate.
Do you want a list of the women I know who are queer as a $3 bill and have kids?
Oh, yeah.
I always thought you were gay. Oh, all right. So you want receiving on the FPV receiver. On here.
Yeah, I moved it over there so I can get the video on there. So
right.
we're doing exactly the setup we wanted.
Yeah.
Batman? Door?
It's raining.
Oh, it's raining. All right, never mind.
I told you.
I can't fly in actual rain.
So next time you have a standoff situation on the left side, are you going to take that out so I can walk?
I can actually do that, and I can do it better than this. I have a sailplane that I can put up and get really good video for a long time.
The last one we had, I was going nuts because I was over by Fat Boy, so I can't watch the video. Don't your feet don't be the most beautiful?
Yeah, you can use the quad to run the maze.
Back up, Lloyd. If this touches you, you get stitches.
Oh, I forgot to mention to you, she has no fear of getting hurt, nor no notion of pain.
That's my paint dry.
It's if you can see down the bike.
That's a hard bit of piloting skill, but I'll try it. grass flying outside. I'd be very happy to be sitting in the grass, in the shade. Video from this at about 100 feet off. Broadcasting that to the live stream. It's going to be really cool being able to broadcast Sam racing. Pop out one of those for a second. Just make sure it doesn't latch behind you.
Huh?
Just make sure it doesn't latch behind you.
Oh. Chloe, why don't you ask her questions about it?
Well, you want to know?
Ask her questions.
It's safe now. You can check it out. That's the little camera, and this sends the video from there to that dish over there. And then these guys did really cool stuff, so we can put the video on the big screen up there. And you see the screen up through the window? Okay, look at the screen through the window. Look up there at the screen. And you can see you. That's you on TV. Look, you're on TV. You're on TV right now from a little tiny camera on a thing. And I can, when it's all done, we're going to put this pole on the side of the building, and that dish is going to go up on the pole, and this will be able to be 6 blocks away at a park over at Richmond Park, and they'll be able to see the video on the screen. So people in Australia can tune in and watch video from that all the way around the world, which is kind of cool. That's science happening right there. Yeah. Does that look dry yet? Time is 17:53. We're gonna do a little yellow. Yellow. Safety yellow. So everybody will think this is a gas pipe. Problem with yellow is it goes on thin, so you got to use lots of coats. fixed it. Way more weight. Practically new. Yeah. Hey, Ed! Ed's not here, man. Okay, that's where we wait. Hey, Batman, you gonna weld this blade on here or what? Oh, there's this one. You gonna weld that plate?
I didn't want to be here till 9 o'clock.
It's like a 2-minute thing.
It's gonna take me a half hour to set up and get it dialed in.
You want to test it on something else for your...
I have a small piece of wood. This thing's completely not
Yeah, we do it now. We don't have to do it in the morning. Tomorrow we could be like doing stuff. Time is 18:17 hours. And we're going to be welding tomorrow probably.
You remember that one clamp I showed you? It was like a nice $50 clamp. It was the big magnetic box one. And it has round parts. You can put it on a pipe to melt, weld on.
You got an extra glove?
I do, but...
You could, KC could hold it while you tack a little...
He's a twitchy motherfucker.
Oh, okay. So this is the antenna mast. I have safety yellow on that end, and then it's marked out every 2 feet, and it'll be yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow,
I
red.
know exactly what I did. That's why I cussed really loud.
So it wasn't the magnet thing, it was...
No, it was the fact that I kicked the ground wires too heavy.
I can fix that.
Lighter ground wire?
No, wrap the ground wire around the pole.
Then you make an electromagnet.
Well, just hold the thing on
It's
better.
just a different dipole antenna. No big deal.
Hi. What?
Nothing. Well, I was trying to, but it was, it's not making good enough content.
Hey, Batman?
What?
In your frustration, make sure to not have that misaligned.
That's what I'm trying.
Because you'll be really pissed if you're pissed off and
I'm trying.
it's like, fuck it, it's good enough. Tasty.
No, I haven't eaten yet today. What? Being patient. What are you doing? He's
This is going to be a flagpole outside. We're putting a little plate on top so the birds have something to sit on.
The special birds.
I'll fucking cut you.
I got a knife. It's really sharp.
I will cut him with a rusty dull spoon.
Ooh, I can teach you how to do better things with a rusty dull spoon. I was in the army.
It's got lots of pull, but it's bitched. Someone hand me my gun.
Don't move.
Eyes.
Now it holds still. Feel better now?
Oh, now it's holding. Too much hair for the hat.
Gotta go see Karen.
Not till I have 10 inches.
She has a similar requirement for all my friends now. She's a hard woman to please, I tell you.
Eyes.
Wow.
It's a little messy. The round. There's pipe. Rotate this way.
Huh? Yeah, it'll be all right.
Eyes.
Stupid question.
That's getting better. What?
Should he be welding on cardboard?
Oh, come on. Cardboard, wet paint. This is the best thing ever.
This is flame treated cardboard for.
This is yes.
One thing I've wanted to learn how to do.
Learn how to weld?
Yeah.
Hey, I know a place you can do that.
Yeah, GRCC. They offer about an $80 class.
Yeah, no.
Stop by this summer. Batman will be teaching a class in MIG welding. Next year, he may be teaching a class in TIG.
That ain't ever coming off. I'm not very good at pipe welding.
I can tell.
It'll hold.
Yeah.
It's not very pretty. It's a practice thing. I've never had much practice on pipe welding. The important thing is it'll hold.
That's what she said.
Hey, Batman?
Yeah.
I'm glad we put it right on top.
Yeah.
That plate warped.
Oh, yeah. It's a little hot.
Can you stain that?
Yeah, but like with the camera on top, it'll be square. Off on the
Right.
side, everything sit cockeyed.
So where are
It's
you?
up to
Right, you gotta sand it down after.
Huh?
Where are you putting this?
This
for
from
people?
from here down will bolt to the side of the building,
Okay.
from here up will stick above the building. Like this is the roof line right here.
Oh, okay.
And on top will be a camera, and about here will be that ray dome over there, that big white dome. That and the little thing sticking out the top's another antenna.
Doing weather type reports and such?
No, this is just for FPV stuff. But anybody who flies FPV at the park on any one of the most popular frequencies, the Fat Shark frequencies, will be able to tune in and transmit their FPV video over our live stream, which will just be badass. The only technical problem that I haven't figured out yet, like actually built a solution to, is how to change channels, because there's like 12 different channels or something, like 16 different channels. No, there's 32 different channels, and I have to be able to switch channel and band remotely without having to climb up on the thing and push buttons.
Isn't there a way to...
There is, and I'll figure it out.
something, dark side?
IP.
Cookies.
It's all about IP.
That was a great movie.
There's mojo involved, but we'll get it.
Seen it 3 times
But originally it was hang an antenna. Now it's hang 2 antennas and a camera and a light, and it's going to be a populated mast.
So can I let Chloe drive the high-low?
Huh?
Can I let Chloe drive the high-low?
If she can pass the class, sure.
She has to have at least a driver's license to drive highway.
Oh, yeah, you got to have a car
She's from
driver.
Illinois. She can vote legally.
And they do. She's got to have a driver's license and pass the OSHA class. We give the OSHA class here, though, so she turns 16, she can get legal on forklift.
Hey, butt crack. What the hell are you doing? Oh, you guys want a bike?
Kind of bike.
Kid's bike.
No, I need a grown-up bike. I need a Bellatini-sized bike at that. I need something that would suitably fit him.
I know somebody that has one that probably would.
I know a guy in Clay that refurbishes bikes.
My boyfriend tears down, rebuilds, flips
Huh? No, we're leaving that.
bikes. I
Is
got
good
it.
for the night?
It's fine.
Stop.
Alright,
That
Gotta let it
hurts.
cool down before you paint it.
Yeah, I'm not going to put any more paint on it for a while, but all right. But
No.
now, do you want to grind that a little in the morning, clean it up, or
Why? It's gonna be 30 feet in the air, no one's gonna see it.
40 feet in the
You never
air?
know. Somebody might fly one up there just to take a look.
Ah!
It's got to be purdy for the camera.
What?
Hey, what did I tell you about running around in here?
It's Luigi. Mario's got the red hat.
Pull your pants
I learned
up.
that. I think.
Poor kid has no ass to keep her pants up.
I know how that goes. Story of my life there, okay? I got a fat wallet and 3 handkerchiefs. I have no ass at all.
Oh, no, I know. I've known you for how long?
Yeah.
Bought
Kid's
stock
weird.
belts.
I know all the best belts. Alright, that's today's captain's blog. Antenna mast and testing on FPV ground station. Successful, thanks to these gentlemen.
Don't run.
Ed don't care. Huh? You did good. You did good. The internet loves you. The FPV thing works. It's good. Alright. We'll be back.